I was a storm crashing loud.
Hi there, soulmates. So, welcome once again to Diverse Fates. If today is your first time, you're highly welcome. So, in this video, we're going to be learning how to draft this coupled corset. So, the first thing I did was to mark my starting line, also known as the shoulder line. So, from there, I'm just going to mark all the vertical body measurements. Okay, so I hope you guys know what the vertical body measurement is. If you have been a fan by now, you should know what a vertical body measurement means. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm going to remark it just by moving forward a bit so that I'll be able to get a straight line. So the first line, line I just drawn now is my chest line, bust line. So I have my under bust, I have the half length, and now I have the full length of my corset. So I'm going to go ahead to label it shoulder line, chest line, bust line, under bust, waistline, and the full length. Okay, so you have to divide your shoulder measurement into two on the chest line and the shoulder line. Okay, your shoulder measurements divided into two. So I'm going to mark the width of my neck. You can use 3 inches to 3.5 depending on what you want. So for the depth, you can use 3 inches to 3.5 as well. So for the shoulder slant, I used 1.5. This is the front pattern, so we are going to be using 1.5 for the shoulder slant. So you're going to find the middle of this line, and we are going to go in by 0.75. Okay, so using the French curve, you're just going to connect it like this, making sure that your French curve sits perfectly on the chest line. So the next thing to do is to go to your bust line and divide your nipple to nipple measurement into two. Okay, so with that, I'm going to connect it from the bust line to the full length. Please do not mark this on the chest line. Okay, so you can mark 0.75 here or 0.5. Then on the side, you can make use of 1 inch or 0.575 as well. So I'm going to connect this. Okay, so from the bust line, you're going to drop down by 0.5, and you're going to use your French curve to connect it like so. So I'm going to come to this point and I'm going to remark my bust span divided into two. Okay, so having done that, we're now going to mark our over bust tightening. But before then, on the bust line, I'm going to go in by 0.5, and I'm going to take that 0.5 to the full length as well. So you can open it up by 0.75 in between the line. Okay, you can open it up by 0.75, or you can open it up by 0.5. So the next thing to do is to use the French curve and you know connect it to that place, and that is going to be the depth of my neck. You can even take this depth lower, but if you just want to get exactly what is on the picture, this is the depth they used. Okay, so at this point you're going to divide your bust circumference measurement into 4 plus the dart we use at the over bust. Okay, the over bust tightening dart, you are going to add it to your bust divided into 4, and you're going to mark it on the chest line and also on the bust line. Okay, that is before you connect it like this. So I'm going to take this one back like so. So from your bust divided into 4, you can come in by 1.5 before you connect the second cup. Okay, depending on your measurements, but sometimes 1.5 is okay, and for most people they can even go up to 2 inches. So for the remaining horizontal measurements, you are going to divide everything by 4, and we are going to return all the dots that we are taking. Okay, this is just how to go about it. All the dots that we have taken, you need to add it to your round measurement divided into 4. At this point, I've not added any sewing allowance. Okay, no sewing allowance is needed because we are using pattern drafting technique, so you're not adding any sewing allowance here yet. Okay, so you're going to mark your bust dart. So your bust dart depends on the difference you have between your shoulder to waist. That is for the front and the back. Okay, the difference you have, that's your bust dart. So I'm going to be tightening the neck, but before then I'm going to come in by 1, and I'm going to open it all by 1.5. You can even do up to 2 inches. That is for the straps on the neckline. This totally depends on what you really want. Okay, but according to the picture of this cloth, it's about 1.5. So you're going to mark the same before you connect it like this. So this strap is long. It's supposed to go around your neck, and you have some, some allowance to hold it at the neck. That's just how this style is, unless you are trying to make something different. So for the shoulder, for the neckline tightening, I use 0.1, that is on the neck. Okay, so at this moment you are going to be drafting the back pattern. So I'm going to extend these lines, and when it comes to the back, we are going to be marking our measurements. For instance, the chest line is always the same for the front and the back. Okay, and the neck width is also the same, and your shoulder measurement remain the same. But for the shoulder slant, you're going to be using 1 inch for the back instead of 1.5. Okay, so for the depth of the neck, because this is back, and just use 0.5 to 1 inch. Okay, so like I told you guys, your chest line remains the same. It does not do what? Change. So the difference you have from your shoulder to waist should be the length, the depth of your shoulder to waist for the back. Okay, so if my bust dart was 1 inch, I'm just going to go to the hem and go up by 1 inch. So I went up by 1.5, but that's my bust dart, right? So after that, you're going to mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the chest line, and you're also going to, to try to connect. So you're going to find the middle of this line. You're going to go in by 0.5. Okay, just 0.5. You're not going in too much because this is the back. The back, you do not have to go in so much, right? So I'm going to go in by 0.5. This is just to remove puffiness, so that you know that our back is not straight. And if you do not take out this dart we are taking out now, this is mainly the reason why the back doesn't relax when you finish making clothes. So you need to make sure you take out the 0.5 before you divide all your round measurements into 4. So when it comes to the waistline, you're going to divide your round waist into 4 plus 2 inches. So this 2 inches is for that. If you want to add a cinching effect to your corset, then you have to, maybe if you are adding the 2 inches, then you're going to take more than 2 inches out. But if you don't want to add any cinching effect, you are going to divide your waist into 3, and you're going to take out 0.5 in between the dart legs, just like I did. But if you want to add the cinching effect, you can say your waist divided into 4 plus maybe 1.5. Then the 0.5, then you're going to take exactly 2 inches out, meaning that you have subtract 0.5 from your measurements. I hope you guys understand. Okay, so what I mean is that when you divide your round waist into 4, okay, like what I did here was waist divided into 4 plus 2 inches. So if I want to add any cinching effect to the back, I'm going to say waist divided into 4 plus 1.5. Then I'm going to take out 2 inches like this. So this dart is having 0.5 in between the both darts, meaning 2 inches. So if I say waist divided into 4, then plus 1.5, and later on I take out 2 inches, it means that I'll use 0.5 to tighten my back, adding the cinching words effect. Or I can even say my waist divided into 4 plus 1 inch, and I'll come and take out 2 inches, meaning that I have taken my waist cinching of 1 inch out. Okay, so this is just how to go about. This is the easiest way to add your cinching effect. So the reason why I explain this part very well is because people always ask this question. They always do. Okay, so from here I came in by 2 inches on the hem by 1.5. So this is the style I just want. You can design your back the way you want. So that point I'm going to be cutting it out except the place where I just labeled. So that is why the main reason why I'm doing this tutorial is mainly because of the back, because people do ask this question every single time. They always ask that they don't understand why there is two dots at that point. Okay, so but if you still have any question, you can just drop it here. Okay, drop it under this post. I will gladly attend to all questions. Okay, it's okay guys, that's just the cutting process. You need to close your bust dart, and to perfectly do that you need to slit open the center dart. Only then you'll be able to close this bust dart. Okay, so with my masking tape I'm going to secure it down. So now after doing that, you're going to find out that your cup and this side is no longer the same, so you have to correct the shape. Okay, so and after that all you need to do is to cut it out, add your sewing allowance, and there is no other thing to do. So okay guys, I believe you love this video. Please, I want you to comment. Please now, please leave a comment, please share this video, please like this video so that I'll be able to post even much more tutorial for you guys. You guys know that I don't joke with my fans. So okay guys, bye, and see you guys on
I
my
was
next
a
one.
storm crashing loud, rumbling skies and angry clouds. But now I'm here, feet on the ground. Breathe it in, I'm calming down. I'm calming down, yeah, I'm so done. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind, and let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down, I'm calming down. The fire burned, but it's now ash. Tides retreat, no need to clash. The echoes hush, the noise unwound. I'm breathing deep, I'm calming down. I'm calming down, now I'm slowing down. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind,